Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, May 7th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. My grandmother used to say, good things come to those who wait. And right now it looks like Grandma was right on the money for the fans and athletes who were planning to attend the Boston Pro. After initially being scheduled for the weekend of June 19th through the 20th, a few days ago the promoters announced that they were pushing back that date of the contest until November 27th through the 29th, which is the weekend after Thanksgiving for those of you making travel plans. From what I understand, this show is looking like a major draw from some of the biggest names in bodybuilding. So hopefully now that the proverbial deck is starting to reshuffle things and things don't change too much, there's a lot of big-time fans out there who would love to have this major event in their backyard. Another big news on the docket today comes from Josh Lenartowicz, who recently announced that he was retiring from bodybuilding. I know the news came as a shock to a lot of fans because Josh is one of those athletes who literally and figuratively felt like he was larger than life sometimes. In a long, heartfelt post on his Instagram, Josh went into detail about the reasons behind his decision, which all make a ton of sense when you sit back and think about it. Sports fans have a weird tendency to separate the athlete from the person, and that creates a disconnect where we start to think about people as commodities and not as human beings. But at the end of the day, when they go home, our favorite athletes are people just like you and me, and that means putting themselves and their families first. So I applaud Josh for making the decision and wish him well with whatever waits for him on the other side. If you pay attention to any of the news coming out of the finance world, there's nothing but doom and gloom right now because everyone is predicting another global recession. But whenever Germany starts to reopen trade again, I think they'll probably be in good shape considering they can always up the price on new and improved versions of Roman Fritz. Roman spent much of the last 2 off seasons dealing with injuries that really put the brakes on some of his progress, which thankfully doesn't seem to be the case right now. He's healthy, he looks great, and he's ready to have a strong 2020 season, assuming it happens. So I'd keep my eyes peeled for him to make a solid late season run once we start to make our way closer to the European Tour. Right outside of Philadelphia, there's an interstate highway named 222 that has certain sections that make you feel like you're on the Autobahn in Germany because everyone drives at least 100 miles per hour over the speed limit. And maybe there's some sort of weird symbolic thing between Highway 222 and Breon Ansley hitting 222 pounds on the scale since they're both running full speed ahead right now. This is the biggest that we've seen Breon during an off season, maybe ever, which lets you know that he's taking a totally different approach to this year's Olympia. And given the fact that he's already so committed to the process, I say now would be the time to hit the accelerator and double down, because slowing down doesn't feel like an option. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.